the relationship between total product and marginal product will be my total product. This is my total product. And at this very peak here, I will draw a dotted line. Then from here, I will have my marginal product. I'll call this my MP. This is when marginal product is rising like this, you see total product is increasing at an increasing rate. And I'll identify that by shading the region for you to understand what I'm trying to say. Is that taken?
Welcome to Akata Ace Tutors.
I'm about to quickly explain everything you need to understand under production. The first thing under production is that you have to understand the definition of production. Production is the creation of utility. And utility means the satisfaction you derive after consuming a particular unit of commodity. Have it at the back of your mind that production is not complete if the goods produced do not get to the final consumer. The most important production function under this particular topic for UTME is the Cobb-Douglas Production Function. You should understand that we have different types of production. We have primary production, secondary and tertiary production. Primary production has to do with extraction of what? Raw materials from the soil. This could involve agriculture, mining, quarrying, fishery, and the rest. Now, secondary production has to do with conversion of what you have extracted. That is conversion of the primary production level, converting it into either finished goods or semi-finished goods. And you can see that from the perspective of manufacturing. So the next thing you have to see is tertiary production. Tertiary production has to do with how whatsoever you have produced, how it gets to the final consumer. Is that taken? Or the services that are rendered to ensure that whatsoever is produced get to the final consumer. Is that taken? This could include banking, warehousing, insurance, and the rest. You need to understand production graph, the relationship. Please look up. This is very important. If you don't know this and you see this in JAMB question, your enemy is likely to fail. You will not fail. Now, the most important thing here is to understand the relationship between total product and marginal product. What did I say? The relationship between total product and marginal product. Please look at it. This guy will be my total product. Are you with me? This is my total product. And at this very peak here, I will draw a dotted line. Please understand what I'm trying to do here. Then from here, I will have my marginal product. I'll call this my MP. This is x-axis, this is 0, and this is y-axis. Now, please take note of this, that when total product is at peak, or saturation, this place is called peak or saturation or turning point. So when total product is at peak, marginal product will be 0. Please take note of that. It is very important. When total product is at peak, marginal product will be what? 0. And you should also understand this point here. See, if you trace it up here, you discover that marginal product at this point, marginal product is at its highest. The moment marginal product hits its highest, total product will still be going up, but it will be going up at a decreasing rate. But when marginal product is rising, you see that total product is increasing at an increasing rate. When marginal product is rising, when marginal product is rising like this, you see total product is increasing at an increasing rate. And I'll identify that by shading the region for you to understand what I'm trying to say. Is that taken? When marginal product is rising, total product is increasing at an increasing rate. The moment marginal product hits its highest, you discover that total product still continues to rise, but at a decreasing rate. This one is increasing, and this one is decreasing. Are you with me? Now, when marginal product hits 0, total product is... Nigeria has happened to us. You see, at this point, when marginal product is 0, see, at this level, marginal product is 0 here. Are you with me? At this point, total product is at its highest. Are you with me? When marginal product is 0, total product is at its highest. Now, the moment total product starts declining, marginal product will be negative. When total product declines, are you with me? Marginal product will be negative. Are you with me? When total product starts declining, marginal product is negative. Because if you are to complete this Cartesian plane, you discover that this is positive and this is negative. So marginal product is at the negative part of y-axis. And another thing to understand is that when you say from the Cobb-Douglas production function, when you say alpha plus beta, if alpha plus beta equals 1, there is constant return to scale. Alpha plus beta equals 1, there is what? Constant return to scale. When alpha plus beta is greater than 1, there is increasing return to scale. When alpha plus beta is greater than 1, there is what? Increasing return to scale. When alpha plus beta is less than 1, there is decreasing return to scale. When alpha plus beta is less than 1, there is what? Decreasing return to scale. Please, there is also another thing for you to understand under production function is that your total product is average product times labor. Take note of that. Your average product is your total product divided by labor. Is that taken? Your marginal product is, are you with me? Change in what? Change in total product over change in labor. And change in total product is what? TP2 minus TP1, and change in labor rather, change in labor equals what? L2 minus L1. And there is another thing that you need to understand. The law of diminishing return, not diminishing marginal utility. They are two different things. One has to do with consumption, the other has to do with production. The law of diminishing return is also known as the law of variable proportions. Are you with me? The law of diminishing return is also known as what? Law of variable proportion. What is it that you need to understand? Please, I will not speak too much English. Just go straight to the point. Draw something on the board or write some things on the board. Now, the law of diminishing. Now, please take note of this, that before you can produce, there must be factors of production, right? Factors of production. These factors of production are classified into how many things? They are classified into two. We have the fixed factors and we have the what? Variable factors. Now, the fixed factor is land. While the variable factors are what? Variable factor, labor, capital, and others. Labor, capital, and others. Are you with me? Now, please, there is need for you to understand that for law of variable proportion, the law says that at first, when you add variable factor of production to fixed factor of production, at first, what will happen? Output will increase. But if you keep adding variable factor to that same fixed factor of production, output will eventually do what? It will eventually decrease. I don't want to speak too much English. You can read any textbook to understand what I've just said. And for this reason, or on this note, I have come to the end of everything you need to know under production for your examination. If you found value in this video, remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and remember to do this most important thing. If you have any question concerning production, ask in the comment section, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. The answer is what? D. Dissolved solute and what? Undissolved solute.